So we're excited to talk about I Am One, which is related to the 1 million discipled initiative and the discipleship movement that we've been working towards. And we'll talk a little bit about some different things today, but really it's a culmination of all the different efforts and things that we've been working towards, right, Dr. J?
That's right. Something I'm very excited about. Can't wait to get into it.
Yeah. So it is a big day today. Actually, I shout out to a friend of mine, Nate, a long-term buddy. It's his birthday today too. So we got not only is Nate having a birthday, he's out on the West Coast. Happy birthday to him, but it's graduation day. Dr. J, there's a lot of kids graduating all over. My daughter Cassia is finishing up her high school, so woot woot. We're shouting
Yes.
graduates as well. It's a bit of a graduation for Sheep Feast as well. We've been talking about it. It's a it's a shift into the next thing that God is doing in and through us. It involves everybody. It's a part of the call of Jesus to be one with Him. Jesus left the 99 to go after the one. We are one body, and so this is all kind of tied together in this messaging that we're talking about, and this idea of 1 million discipled. And we're going to talk about how we got there from where we are right now. Um, that wasn't when I first started my journey with Sheep Feast. I wasn't thinking about this particular initiative or goal, if you want to even say it. But that's just what happens when you follow the Lord. Things kind of open up, and He begins to lead us, and He has big dreams. As I think we all have dreams in life, and this is kind of how this came about, right, Dr. J? We are big proponents of the business prayer planner.
Yes. Yes. And yes.
So it was part of this daily prayer time that landed us on this idea behind 1 million discipled. And the question actually that was posed on that particular day was, hey, as you're praying, ask Jesus, what's your big dream for our business? And almost immediately, it was 1 million discipled came into my heart. And then, it was just like it kind of lit the fuse. Right, Dr. J, what was if you can kind of recall that day, what kind of came up in you as we started to pray into that?
Oh yeah. I don't know if you remember, but when we were praying and that welled up in your spirit and you told me, immediately I had confirmation in my spirit. I was very excited. I even told you, I said, "This is it, Mark. This is the hill, so to speak, that I will die on, the Great Commission, but packaged in a way that's unique to us. This 1 million disciple is something that I am really, really excited about."
Yeah, it it opens up a whole lot of things. Like I said, it ties a lot of things together that we're involved in some. We have different initiatives, and we obviously have what we offer people, but we bring in people in to help the community. All these different things. It's all towards that goal of seeing for us to be involved in some way with helping disciple 1 million people. And what does that look like? We'll kind of get into the details of this particular movement. And the funny thing, or not funny, it's just cool how God works, is that this discipleship movement idea came out of another prayer. Jay wasn't in that particular prayer meeting, but it was once again Dane was involved. So Dane's the prayer guy. If you need to prayer, especially in the business world, you get connected with Dane. We push his book all the time, and we'll be continuing to do that as you'll find out here shortly. But I was sitting there getting prayed for, and I felt like the Lord told me like this is a discipleship movement. And then like within a few seconds, as Dane began to pray, repeated those same words. And that was a revelation at the time because I wasn't thinking about Sheep Feast of Discipleship movement. At the base of it, we offer a software solution that help people, businesses, and organizations manage not only what they're doing, but help make disciples. That was, one of the phrases that we use. We help you make disciples. But there's all these different things that we can do within that technology, which is super cool. But it's always been about, hey, we need to have this community. We want to make sure people are getting trained up and equipped to do what they've been called to do. So all of that comes back around to 1 million discipled, and it's all been bathed in prayer. The 2,000 cubit rule, right, Jay? There's a few things that we talk about a lot, and that's one of them. And it is shaping what we're doing in Sheep Feast, and that's our um, encouragement to the people that will be watching this at some point, whether you're live or you're coming on later. It obviously you need to pray no matter what, but in your business or organization, it is such an essential piece of really knowing which way to go, right?
Mhm.
And Dr. J, I know you're a prayer person, and that's part of the reason that God connected us together, because we have a heart for that. Um, what are your thoughts in regards to like this whole idea of how much it affects the trajectory of what you're doing when you leave for God?
Wow, I am so happy that Holy Spirit through you gave me that lead in because I was just trying to find my way to jump in. It's transformational. I mean, I can't stress it enough. I was just thinking about all the individuals out there, whether you're an entrepreneur, you're a careerist, you're just an individual trying to find your way through life, trying to chart your own territory, so to speak, where it can feel that way sometimes. Or even if you're in ministry, it doesn't really matter. Being intentional about leaving room, and I want to say leaving, making room for God and allowing Him to move and being intentional in prayer and asking questions to the Lord, it has transformed the way that we do business to ask the Lord a question and then wait and pray. And when he responds and the things that we've been able to write down, the direction that he's given us, the confirmation that he's spoken to us just in those prayer sessions, this book, and I have this book right here, absolutely priceless. Can't even put a price on this. And I know I'm kind of fast forwarding a little bit, but this is a gift that we're going to be providing for individuals who decide to take part in this movement. So that's all I have to say right now. I could go on and on and on, but I know we have some more things to cover, Mark.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah. So what we're saying is I am one. So we are one. And that's the statement today, because we are part of what God is doing individually, but it's like each person together combining our gifts and talents and the things that God's tasked us to go and be a part of, then there's an exponential result coming out of that, right? So let's take a look at 1 million discipled.com. And so that's the website. Obviously, we want you to go check out afterwards as well whenever you get a chance. And so here we go. We got the website here, and it's asking the question: Are you one? And of course, uh, if you've been called by Jesus, number one, you are one, right? Just like we said before, that whole picture of Jesus leaving the 99 for one, that is a part of the story of 1 million discipled. We all were there at one point in our journey with Him. In this case, we're talking about this global movement, and it is global. We're already blessed to have people from all different parts of not only the United States, but the world that are connected with us. And that is a blessing, whether they're co-labor or just a friend of what we're doing. We love to see all the different people that God brings into our path. And so the idea here is this movement, with just $1 a day, we can help make disciples of the nations as we partner together and as we work together. And so not only are we helping we're one another, like as a person beside yourself, we are becoming one as well, right? And that's a double meaning there. Not only are we becoming one as a community and as a body of Christ, uh, individually, we're becoming more and more like Jesus, and that's the point of discipleship. So we want to change the world one disciple at a time, and Jesus started it. We're continuing on, and it's not just us. Obviously, there's all kind of folks all across the earth that are participating. May not be branded like this, quote unquote, but we want to make sure that you are welcome to become one with us in this endeavor. So, first of all, what you are giving essentially when you become one. So, a part of this $1 a day, there's a lot going on with this $1, right, Jay? It's not just, hey, be a part of this community or whatever. There's a whole lot going on here, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I know that we're going to get ready to get into the thick of things, but when I think about $1 a day, and I think about the 1 million disciple movement, do you know what comes to mind, Mark?
What's that, DA?
Coffee.
Coffee.
Yeah, coffee. I absolutely love coffee. If you're not a coffee person, um, I'm sorry. I feel sad for you. My pastor actually says that there'll be coffee in heaven. Actually, I have a lot of pastor friends. They love their coffee. They say there's going to be coffee in heaven. And when I think about coffee, I think about how expensive coffee is. And I know for a lot of people out there, coffee is kind of your go-to, whether they serve coffee, during, not during worship, but at your place of worship, or you get coffee in the morning for work or during work. It's expensive. So Mark, do you know how much coffee costs? Is it $1 a day? I don't know because I don't pay for the good stuff. Some of you guys, you're Starbucks guys and gals out there. I don't pay for the good stuff. I may get a Starbucks card on Christmas, and then I'll get Starbucks. I brew my own.
Yeah.
But for you guys out there who's paying for coffee, Mark, like, let us know, like, what's going on here?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely coffee drinkers in my house, and occasionally I'll partake in a special fun drink, which is what I did yesterday, and it is way more than $1 if you're going to get a cup of coffee, especially if you get one of those frou-frou things, which is what I did. I got a strawberry latte, and I ended up paying a $9 for that thing for something that was that big. I was like rethinking my life choices in that moment. But yeah, actually, if you drink for regular drinkers of coffee, people are spending on average in America $1,100 a year. So that's kind of crazy, huh?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we got a comment here from Anna. She says it's like $6 a cup in California. And I'm sure that's probably just plain.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So $1 a day won't get you a coffee a day, but maybe if you save it up, you can maybe get one at the end of the week. But what we're doing here is $1 a day to help not only support a disciple in a developing country, like we always like to shout out Jonathan, who was our very first scholarship recipient, and you can see here what that involves when it's helping equip these scholarship recipients that we call Abrahams, and they have access to the farm work a platform. They're getting leadership training. There's community and mentoring, spiritual growth. It's all a part of that. And then a pathway to help them multiply the gospel in their own nation and just really helping them not only individually, but go beyond themselves. That's something we said from the very beginning that a scholarship, recipient is our hope and desire for them is to replicate themselves, at least if they're in the business world or in the ministry. Obviously, there's that whole idea of making disciples no matter what you're called to there. Now, that's what we're actually helping other people with when you become one. What you receive is actually kind of ridiculous, honestly, Jay. What we're stacking up here.
I
Uh,
agree.
in the marketing world, we call this a value stack. And yeah, there's just more value because we were honestly having this conversation earlier today, and Jay already let one thing slip, and it's okay. We're not gonna hold it against him. But yeah, this right here, you can see a tangible reward of being part of the 1 million discipled is we're going to give you this book. We have been that impacted by it. It's like we need to get it into every disciple and disciple maker that we have opportunity to connect with in this program. Uh, Now, the actual cost of that book, like if you were going to buy it, is not that much. It's less than $10, I think. It's a manual, prayer manual, planner. But the value, actual value of it, I was like, it's like this $1 a day, $365 for the year. Like you cannot put a number on what this has helped us do and just connecting with God for our business and seeing what has come out of that. It's been ridiculous.
Yeah, I can't. We can't stress that enough. I just ridiculous is an understatement. I mean, literally, this book is anointed, and I know people throw those words around, but people who know me in my circle and the things that I've done, the people that I've been around, I don't mince words, and to be giving it away and providing it as part of our offer stack, it's going to be a tremendous blessing. I guarantee that. And God, I think God will back me up on that.
Yeah, no doubt about that. So that's part of the tangible rewards. If you're skipping ahead and looking at this, you see there's a t-shirt, there's a special gift. But before we get to that, really, it's the access to the 12. That's our inner circle program. So those that are already part of the 70, we love you guys. And of course, if you are a co-laborer currently, you're actually in the 12 as well. And we're continually building this out and adding more and more value. And of course, one of those is just the exclusive training courses. So we're going to continue to bring in experts. So we don't know everything, and we're fully admitting to that. But there's a lot of great people that God has brought in our path, like we said before, and we want them to come in and help share the knowledge and expertise, and just help train and make disciples through what they've been given. Of course, there's live expert calls, so things that we're doing right now versus monthly farm work workshops. So that's obviously the software solution that we provide, and we want to make sure people understand all of the capabilities there. So we'll be doing that. We'll be highlighting different things, letting people know how they can use it and make the best use of that tool to build their business, their organization, to make disciples. And of course, Dr. J, the Furnace Quarterly Intensive. Give us a little preview of what that might look like. Oh, you're still on mute there, Bubba. Now.
Yeah, it was telling me I am on mute. Yeah, so this is something I'm really excited about, Mark. So I'm a part of a lot of different organizations and groups, and I have been in the past. And one thing that I would always said was like, man, like they would provide all these resources. It may be a book, it may be whatever, but actually having a time to meet together and to break down the practical application of what this means for me and whatever it is that I'm doing, I think is paramount. I'll give you a good example. So the course material or what the concepts that we will be covering are actually resources that we'll either recommend or have provided for individuals that are part of this community. We've had, well, Brett Johnson, for instance, he wrote a book called, if you can see this, Discipleship.
There it
There it
is.
goes.
Yeah.
And it's called Recovering the Lost Purpose of Business. There's another individual. I mean, we've had him on as well, Sean Morris. He wrote a book called Family Dynasty. We'll be talking about the concepts in there as well. And there's a host of other things that we'll be covering. So you'll get a chance to be able to read, go through this material, and you'll be able to share, hey, these are the issues that I'm having with my business, or I want to know more about what it means to have a family dynasty. Those are the things that we're going to cover: meat and potatoes, things that are boots on the ground affecting you now so you can get real results now, and you have somebody to reach out to, somebody to talk to. And if I don't have the answer, we're going to connect you with the right people who have the answer. You cannot beat that. I highly encourage you to take part in what we're doing and show up for these the Furnace quarterly intensives.
Yes, sir. That's exciting. There's going to be so much great training and knowledge, expertise throughout all of this stuff. And we already talked about some of the tangible rewards. You're going to get your own I am one, which we have just a plain old white one, but you can see here there's a little bit different shade there. We had to do a little rush job on this where we're proud to wear the I am one t-shirt. It's going to be even better for those that are going to say, yeah, I am one as well. And like I said, the prayer planner, uh, I said earlier, like, even though you can buy this book for a few bucks, the actual value you get out of it is exponential. The t-shirt, people will think you're more handsome. That's great. Or more beautiful. When you wear that, it's going to light up the room. Also, surprise gift box. It's a big surprise because we don't even know what it is yet, but it's going to be cool. We're going to have something fun in there just to bless you guys.
Yeah, I want to say something about the surprise gift box as well. Whatever you receive, has been prayed over because we want it to be a tremendous blessing to you. We want God to move in and through you, through the things that we are providing. So this isn't just about having some cool giveaway. We're praying over these things, and we're believing that they're going to be a blessing to you. Even the surprise gift box. So it'll be whatever the Lord tells us to send. So just know that it's from us as from the Lord.
Yes, sir. Spiritual support. So this is another invaluable thing, and we're going to do it anyway, but we're just going to make sure that we are very dedicated in our prayer for you. Not only is there ongoing discipleship, which we talked about, but we do have a prayer team, and we have our whole 2,000 cubit rule prayer group that everyone's invited to be a part of, and you could submit prayer requests, and our team will pray for you. So yeah, having that prayer covering for your business, your ministry, whatever God's called you to, I mean, that's huge. We've been talking, we're big prayer proponents. And so it's just something we're going to be doing. Even if you don't do that, we'll probably pray for you anyway, but we'll make sure you know about that. And in the future, Kingdom Tech access and events, like we're just getting started, right, Dr. J? There's a lot more on the horizon that we know God's going to be doing. So events, I don't, Dr. J, some of the things that we're in our hearts, we have yet to talk about in depth, but we know they're coming, right?
Oh yeah, they're coming in a major way. And when we talk about Kingdom Tech, um, I wanted to ask you this question because I don't know if people are aware that people may be listening for the first time. They may be catching this on YouTube or whatever, and they're thinking, okay, are you guys a nonprofit? Are you like, it looks like you guys are like a software company. What is all that about when you're talking about tech and supporting people in developing countries? I mean, you're a business, you're for profit. What is that all about?
Yeah, that's a good question. And people may run across us in one point and be like, "Yeah, I thought you had some kind of CRM." And it's 100% true. There is a technology underneath all of what we do that helps people, like you said, do what they're called to do. And it is a holistic effort, right? We don't want to leave people out on their own. And you can go get amazing software in a lot of different places. And some of them might be faith-based, but I don't know if I've run across any of them that have this type of um, message connected to it. Where we're really diving into the reality of making disciples and being there to support you on a spiritual level as well as I don't want to say practical because spiritual is more practical than natural, but like in the natural world, all the tools and stuff that are necessary to do business well, to run your ministry efficiently. Those are all things that God gives us gifts, and every good and perfect gift is from Him. And if we can use those in tandem with the community and support from experts all over, we're thinking just how much more effective can any one organization and business be? And it's just a part of our call where I say I've been saying it for a long time, or more than software. And that's because it's this end in mind, the 1 million discipled. Not only, like when Jesus kind of revealed that to our hearts, that this is my dream for what Sheep Feast is about, it really awakened the next thing for us. And we're like, yes, this is, you know, Jay and I, we cannot do this. The software might help you reach more people in one way or another. A disciple is not made by just doing, tech well, right? There's a one-on-one element and any discipleship process. And so that's why there's this whole idea of I am one. You're one of the million and beyond. So that's kind of how this all kind of ties together.
Yeah, I love that, Mark. And I would like to follow up with we're one family, one community as the body of Christ. Mark and myself, we meet with a lot of different Christian entrepreneurs, and sometimes the word competition or competitor will come up. And there's no competition in the kingdom. Whatever gifts, talents, abilities that God has given you, whatever He has called you to do, no one can do it for you but you. So we're here to amplify and facilitate what God is doing in and through you and all of us as we come together as believers. The Great Commission is it's kind of like a non-negotiable. Uh, Jesus didn't say, well, if you get want to get around to it, or if you want, it was a mandate. It's like go and make disciples, and that can look very different depending on where you find yourself. And that's what I hope that we at Sheep Feast is helping people that are listening or watching to do. It's like, hey, I'm a believer wherever you find yourself, whether you're an entrepreneur, like you may work in the government, you may do a little bit of both, whether you're a plumber, construction worker, it really doesn't matter. What does discipleship look like for me and the people that I work with, especially leaders, Mark, especially leaders? I mean, we're all leaders in some shape, form, or fashion, whether you're a husband or a wife or a sister, brother, someone is looking up to you. So being able to have these resources that are available to lift people up and come together and support one another, I think is beautiful. And the more we start thinking about how can we work together instead of thinking about another Christian brother or sister or business as a competitor, I think the better off we'll be in the long run. I mean, there's a lot of work to be done. The world is really big. I think there's more than enough work to go around for all of us.
Yes, definitely. I'm just going to switch screens here real quick, just out of technological things in action. But yeah, thanks for sharing that, Dr. J. Um, there's a few more things we want to bring to your attention. But yeah, it is beyond, it is the one and it's way beyond the one, right? That's the reality of what we're doing here with 1 million discipled. And we'll reshare this real quick. All right. So you can see here, Jesus is talking. That's how we started as well. John 21:17, a couple little uh, clues into sheep feast. John 21:17, Jesus told Peter to feed my sheep. That's how we got started. That's where the sheep feast comes in. And when you see the I am the one and the logo sheep feast, you'll see the little circle with the three um, grains coming out. It's the food. It's the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. They're one, and we're one with them. So this all kind of, even though we didn't plan that out when all this was created, all that, it still all fits together now. So it's fun to see how the Lord ties these things together, even when we're maybe not paying attention. So yeah, $1 a day. Here's that dollar that can help really make disciples. So this is a yearly program. Like I said, every year we're supporting more and more efforts to make disciples throughout the world. And so if you click on that, it'll pop open this sign up form, and just fill that in. You make sure you select the size of your um, uh, t-shirt, and you guys are seeing this all right, right? The can you see?
Yes.
Okay, just making
Yeah.
sure. So you can choose that, and And of course, we need your shipping address so that we can send you not only the t-shirt, but the prayer planner book, which is, like I said, you got to have it. And so that'll get you part of the one and the one MD. There's other ways to be involved. For number one, you can jump in our prayer group. You click that; it'll take you to our to join in with that if you haven't already. We do have a full on like, hey, maybe I'm just not going to be able to take advantage of a membership or your program here that's specific to that, but you do want to support the effort. We have the give one for $1, which is a tax deductible gift. So if you head over here, this is a part of the Dennis and Glenda Round Scholarship, and this is it runs through uh, Gotti, which is Dr. J's nonprofit, and that's how this is a not a tax deductible gift. But you can see that you can just give, and of course, if you're feeling so led to be like, hey, I just want to support people being discipled, you can go in here and say, hey, I want to do like 10 disciples, and I'm going to help equip all those. You can do that, so that's pretty cool. Um, you can get gear, guys. We've not only do you have this shirt you're going to get for free, but for whatever reason, you're feeling like you need to upgrade your, outfits. Your closet needs some new cool stuff. This is just kind of the beginning. Um, you can get a bag. You can get a tumbler. Actually, my daughter, I was like, hey, which one of these things do you want to put on there? So the middle schoolers really like the tumbler stuff these days, and so she picked out that. So, um, yeah, you can get a sheep feast tumbler or a hoodie. This is what I was talking about. There's other versions of this and different colors, depending on what you like. So that's the merch store. Like I said, it's just kind of getting kicked off. Got a few options here. We'll throw some more stuff in. There'll be other variations of what we have with one MD and Sheep Feast and the like. So that's another way to support the effort. And of course, sharing the love. You can see down here at the bottom. You can share this with anybody that you know has a heart for discipleship. And of course, there's social media. You can email this, throw it up on Snapchat. I don't use Snapchat, Dr. J. I don't know about you, but Reddit, Pinterest, all of these things people use. I don't, but it's all good. And of course, you can see here, there's the farm work. So that's another way that you can, if you're looking for a solution to help you manage what God's called you to do and want to be a part of this community of people that are coming together as one to see God's kingdom established on earth. The farm work is a great tool to help you do all that. You can book a demo if you feel so led to. So, yeah, that is the overview of 1 million discipled. A lot of cool things, right, Dr. J, that people can get involved with, even if they're maybe there's the membership or I'd say membership, but really just saying, raising your hand, say, hey, I'm a part of this movement. I want to help you right now. That's not a good fit, but you do want to give. We still have that option.
Yeah, and what I love too, Mark, and it's kind of surreal to be on the other side of things. I've watched different individuals on podcasts or social media or even on television, and I mean actual TV prior to we had the streaming services and things like that we do now, and making these offers to individuals to garner support and get involved. And I think it's amazing where we're not just saying give us money. If you can do that, that would be amazing, because fortunately or unfortunately, however you want to look at it, the world runs on money. Money is a tool. We need it to pay for things. However, being able to partner with us in prayer, being able to take advantage of the other things that we have involved, that you can involve yourself with. Like, you can join the 70 for free. That's our group, where our community group, where you can get encouraged, you can receive free resources. That's amazing to me. And then not only that, Father's Day is coming up. You can get this shirt or a tumbler or whatever as a gift to bless someone else. This is also a great ministry tool. I didn't even think about this because it's not overt. You send somebody buy a tumbler and send it to your friend or even maybe somebody that you know doesn't know the Lord, or maybe they're having a tough time, and they look at it. It's like, what's a sheep feast? That's a point of conversation to be able to just share and just kind of hang out and have a good time. So anyway, I just love what we're doing. I'm going to get me a tumbler. I want to have all the stuff because I have people that I want to actually gift it to. My wife is probably definitely going to get that t-shirt in that light blue or whatever that color was, so she could do her little girly girl stuff. But anyway, I love it. I'm excited, as you can tell. I'm going to pitch it back over to you, Mark.
Yeah. Yeah, this is just an interesting season because we talked about a little bit before. There's a shift, and God's shifting a lot of different things, and so it's not a change in like what we were meant to do, but it is uh, a clarification on how we move forward and how we continue to reach more and more people. And just like we were saying before, for much less than a coffee a day, you can get involved with this and really not only make an impact for someone else, but it will be huge for you as well. I mean, even if you never showed up for a live training or whatever, but you started using the prayer planner, uh, yeah, that's going to make a huge difference. You might be like,
Okay.
well, I don't have a business. It doesn't matter.
Yep. Yeah. Thank you. You just took the words right out of my mouth. As you can tell, for people who have been on these corral calls for a while, or even people who are listening now, go back and watch some of the other corral calls and other things that we've put out. You're going to see the God's hand at work. You'll see the shift, the transition. You'll see where our heart is, where God's heart is. And so I say all that to say this. I am very, very excited about what God is currently doing in and through Sheep Feast and all the individuals that we connect with on a day to day basis. But when you talk about a shift to what we're focusing on now, I think it's a game changer. This isn't about Sheep Feast, this is about God and what God is doing. But I believe this is a game changer for anyone who says, I want to make a difference. I want to make an impact, and I want to be part of something greater than myself. And I will close with this. If you are connected with us in any type of way, whether you join the 70, whether you're following us on social media, you're going to get updates on our impact, on your impact, what you're helping us to do. When we bring on a new co-laborer, when we bring on someone new that's in a developing country, we always do kind of like this highlight. Or when we bring on a new staff member, whatever it may be, we're always letting the community know what we're doing, where their money is going, and I think that's very important, especially in the times and seasons that we find ourselves in. We understand that money is tight for some people. That's why we're giving so many different ways and opportunities for you to get involved. So I want to thank everyone for listening to us, and just get involved. Just pray, God, what would you have for me to do? That's what we do. And I am confident that God will answer.
Amen to all that. And so, like I said, go to 1milliondisciple.com. If you feel connected to what we're doing here, you can be a part of that. It's going to be amazing. Um, Another big announcement on the way. Keep your eyes peeled. We do have a Sheep Feast app that will be available in your Google Play and your Apple Store. So that's another exciting thing that we wanted to tease today. Nothing to show right now, but it is in process. And so this is another piece that will help us do this very thing to continue to work towards 1 million discipled. And so it'll be something that'll be easier for people to access the community, of the 70 and be a part of the prayer group, the 2000 cubit rule, as well as online courses and things of that nature that will be all be available through your mobile device. So that's exciting. You won't have to have your desktop or laptop or anything. While you can still access it through your phone now, this will be a better experience for everybody. And that'll be exciting as well. So the Sheep Feast app is coming soon to a phone near you. It's your phone. Um, so, all right. I know we have a few of our friends. I don't know if anybody has anything to add to our talk today, our announcement, but we want to always give room for people to chime in if they have any feedback, any questions. Obviously, if anyone's got questions, if you're watching this back later, I know we got this going on YouTube right now, and people will see that. Just comment there, or of course, you can go on our website. You can chat with us. There's like we're not hiding from you. You can find us if you have a question about the 1 million discipled or any of the other things that we talked about today. Good stuff, right, Dr. J? All good in the
Yeah, I'm
neighborhood.
loving it. I'm just happy to be here.
Yes. Well, I think we've gotten all the information out they wanted today. We announced it. It is, you'll continue to see more and more information come out. And yeah, invite people to be a part of what we're doing here. If someone has questions that you're talking to, obviously, just like we said, send them our way. We want to make
Yeah,
sure
so
people
sorry,
know.
Mark here. Ben,
It's been.
thank you so much, Mark, and it's good to see Dr. J smiling again. Really, thank God for that. This is incredible. This is, I mean, as you said, it's God at work. God is moving, and it's so amazing. I just wanted to ask the question around the 70. Uh, if I wanted to bring in new members, that's something that how do you go about that to
Yeah,
grow the 70?
definitely. Always
Yeah.
welcome to have people come in, and we'll drop that right now. So essentially, you send them to the URL, they can request access, and it is free, but we want to make sure that there's not spam. If it gets out, that's always something you got to be aware of these days, right? So I'm going to drop it here. Uh, you can always send that URL in the chat, and I'll also put it in the live chat on YouTube. You can join the 70 by clicking that link and just requesting access. And yeah, we won't shut anybody down. That's a real person that really wants to be a part of it. So thanks for asking about that, Ben. Yeah, any other questions or clarifications for today?
I have
And
one. This is it's kind of a setup question, but I'm throwing it out there. So for individuals that may be watching that they want to get involved above and beyond just the 365 a year or whatever. They want to volunteer. They want to help. I don't know, design stuff for merch, just anything. It could be anything. How are they able to get in contact with us?
yeah, I think the first thing is to join the 70. If you happen to come across what we're doing here today and you're like, hey, yeah, I'm interested in doing something, yeah, join the community and message us there. That would be great. First great step to take. You're getting involved in the community by joining, and we'll be glad to hear what kind of gifts and talents that God has that you can use. That would be awesome.
Thanks, Mark.
Yes, sir. Well, everybody, the question has been asked. Are you one? G and I are saying we are. I am one, and you can be too. And so just click the link in the description to go to 1milliondisciple.com, and we'll be excited to walk together with you as we see 1 million discipled and beyond. All right, everybody, be blessed, and we will catch you next time. We have a special guest. I believe we have Brett Johnson coming next week, if I remember correctly. And if I'm wrong, just ignore that, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. All right, everyone. We'll see y'all next time.